Hello from Scarborough, Rhode Island. I am in southern Rhode Island. This is the southern peninsula of the state. This is the part where the land ends and the ocean begins. This area is called Black Point. So the trail that I'm hiking today is called the Malcolm Grant Trail. It was actually, I guess, dedicated to this guy Malcolm Grant, who sold Black Point, the area we're hiking today, to Rhode Island. Alright, we're continuing down this Black Point Trailhead. I have not ever actually been to this section of the park. I wanted to check this out before I brought you guys to the area that I'm more familiar with. But I'm really happy I did, because this is like a tropical rainforest over here. It is actually mid-November in Rhode Island, and the weather's warmer right now. It's in the 60s, and there's still a lot of green down in this area, and there's the ocean peeking up over the foliage right there. So let's continue on, because this is definitely going to lead us to the coastline. Scarborough is at the bottom of the state, and it's past Jamestown and Newport Islands, which are in Narragansett Bay. So the next stop from here, after Block Island of course, would be Portugal. We're on the same latitude as Portugal, actually, believe it or not, and we're looking at the same ocean. As you can see here, there's a lot of brush on this trail, and there's more of these old stony driveway looking type paths. Alright, looks like down here is the access to the first part of the beach, which is actually Black Point itself. There's a couple different ways to get down, but I think I'm just going to put the camera on the backpack and climb right down this cliff over here. And we did it! All right. This is the beach part of Black Point. This beach is notorious for seaweed. There's always been a lot of seaweed here, and a lot of green algae, as you can see on the rocks down here. Check this out, here's some life. A lot of different types of clams or mussels, mollusks, whatever they're called. Looks like we got a couple straight up snails in here. Let's grab a couple of these bad boys. Yeah, look at that one. So yeah, there is definitely life in these tidal pools. I'm just not seeing any fish just yet. These are the black rocks that they named the place Black Point after. Guys, this area is beautiful. I know that the camera can't really capture exactly what I'm seeing, but I gotta say that to to see these little ripples of the water, and it's crystal clear right over here, which is actually kind of unusual for Scarborough. It's breathtaking, really. I mean, I don't know how many people out there suffer from anxiety or any other kind of psychological issues or trauma, but I feel that this is therapy, to come out here and just see nature at work in force. Physics and the ripples of the waves, the colors, the beautiful blues. So if you're ever feeling down, come out to the ocean. And if you don't got the ocean, go to a lake. If you don't got the lake, go to a pond. And if you're in a desert, that's cool too. Just enjoy the beauty of it and let your mind heal and get back in touch with nature, where we all belong. So this is really cool. Looks like there's an eye carved into the rock over there, and not the letter I mean a physical eye. I wonder if this has some kind of a metaphysical connection. Maybe it's supposed to be like the Eye of Horus or something from ancient Egypt, I don't know, or the all-seeing eye, but it's like some Illuminati stuff. Let's climb to the top. When you're climbing rocks, always find the ridges that make it easy for your feet and your hands to grab onto. Oh, there we go. There's a couple birds over there. That looks like a cormorant. A few of them, actually. And the wind is getting intense out here. Alright, so it's a lot better just shedding the jacket. It's starting to get a little warm out, actually. It's almost close to 70 right now, and the weather is beautiful. So let's continue the rest of the hike. It shouldn't be that much more of this rocky terrain. And then we're going to get to the nice sandy beach, where I can give you guys some nice little tropical vibes to chill out to. Alright, let's do it. Alright, so now we're going to be approaching the Black Point ruins. This is an old mansion that I believe is called the Windswept Mansion. It was built in the 19th century. It was owned by a family called the Perry family, apparently, or the Davis family. I think Perry Davis was the name. They started a pharmaceutical company. It was like some kind of an opioid, like a laudanum painkiller, and they used their profits to build this mansion up ahead. Eventually it was sold to different owners and became a restaurant right here by the beach. And I guess there was several fires that finally took it down, and they left the stone foundation of it abandoned here. And now it's a state park, so the remains are here, although the actual building I think was much larger. There was of course a wooden frame all around that stone foundation. So let's go check out what's in there still. There might be some artifacts for us. Right now I'm going to take us inside this abandoned structure right here. This is that Windswept Mansion I had mentioned. So let's see what remains inside. Now imagine walking up here in the early 1900s when the mansion was still fully functional, and you can see the wooden doors. They had windows. I would imagine like some stained glass windows, maybe it's for the color. You'd walk up these steps and come inside your home, and of course the wooden floor is gone, everything's gone. But this is the remains of what was once a mansion. Look at this, was a big house. There looks like there's definitely multiple levels, so there had to be at least 2 floors. There's a window up there. Roof is gone obviously, but you can see the spacious areas inside here if it wasn't for all this overgrown brush. And you know, this would have been quite a large house, quite a happening place to have fun in, and you know, have your little I don't know, teacup parties, whatever they had back then. Their opium parties. But it's interesting to want to look around and see if there's any kind of remnants and relics. It just sucks that a lot of it is so overgrown, and you wonder if there's actually stuff here from the mansion still remaining. So let's go back out to the beach and see what else we can find. There's a lot more to see over here. So hey, check this out. This is crazy. I found a window here inside the mansion. Just wild to see that this was a glass window that they would look out every morning and see this view. Unreal. Alright, we're gonna leave the mansion now and take our trek down to the coastline. The sand is beautiful today. This is nice, smooth sand. Oh, here's a doggy. Oh, hi, how are ya? Look at those waves crashing. This is a nice vacation spot. Look at those condos over there. I'm just thrilled at how warm the weather is today. The only problem with this late in the year is the sun sets really early, so it doesn't matter how warm it is outside, it's still going to set around 4:30, and then now once the sun goes down it gets pretty cold. So I want to get this hike done before sunset. We may end up timing it where I get to the Point Judith Lighthouse around the sunset time, so that would be pretty cool. Look at that, way out in the distance they got one of those, like I guess it's like some kind of a oil rig boat or something. I can just see it just like shooting out some black smoke, and if anybody knows what kind of boat that is, and if you can see it, then that'll be really helpful. But yeah, that's a cool sight right there to see that. And we are still walking down the beach. We haven't even really gotten to the main part of Scarborough Beach yet. This is still like more off the cuff area. In the summer, this whole place is so packed. You can only see all the umbrellas. It's like a sea of rainbows. But now it's empty. So the beach is really well maintained. It is one of the most popular beaches in Rhode Island. They have these nice little pavilions too for the sunnier days where you just can't get a break from the shade. You can come sit in here. All right, here's some more of the amenities that the beach has to offer. There's bathrooms, showers. There's a snack bar. Nice parking lot. You can tell that around like June or July this place gets really happening. Oh, there's a tornado! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Whoa! Alright, after that tornado encounter, we're gonna keep heading south to the end of the beach. Alright, so they built a nice little tower over here that we can go check out. Let's go see what's going on up here and what kind of view we can get. Oh yeah, that's a nice view. Yep. So this is a nice little place to have a picnic out here. Looks like they used to have a binoculars, but you gotta pay 25 cents and they took them out, so I guess nobody can see anything from far away anymore. But alright, let's keep walking down. Things are looking really barren here. The openness of this is just beautiful. I love open areas. There's some seagull friends over here looking for anything they can find to eat in the water, I guess. Little snails or whatever. The seaweed smell is strong here. So right now I am reaching the end of the official Scarborough State Beach. This is now going to be some rugged coastline. Alright, so I just walked to the very end of the beach right now. That was wild. Where we started was way over there beyond where you can see where that white boat is, and now I'm all the way down here. I'm gonna have to check my mileage count later, but looks like all that's left is the rocks that will be covered by the high tide. Alright, so walking back, I just found this looks like a stingray or a ray or a skate, some type of a ray species carcass, nearly just the skeleton and the cartilage left. Judging by the tail, it looks like a stingray, but it's crazy to see how it washed up ashore right there. You never know what you can find out here by the ocean. A lot of life. All right, so I made it to Point Judith. Behind me is the lighthouse. So this site was actually acquired in 1809 and they built the lighthouse in 1810. It is now owned by the U.S. Coast Guard, so there is no lighthouse keeper. The Coast Guard keeps it up. Unfortunately, that means that it is off limits to the public because it is a Coast Guard only property. However, if you are a history buff, they did put these plaques up for you. You can take a look at the SS Black Point. This is a ship that sunk in 1945. This was, I guess, kept or docked over here during World War II. And then here's the history and facts about the lighthouse itself. Yeah, it's a beautiful spot. I've actually never been here before today. I figured I'd take a look while I was down at Scarborough, but you can't really get past this area. You can see the lighthouse though, and it is beautiful. Let's take a look at this area. This is a park that is accessible to the public, and you are able to walk around and enjoy the views of the ocean. So it looks like the Coast Guard got their own basketball court. And there's the Atlantic Ocean right there. There's that rocky shoreline. In the distance over there, that looks like the Newport Bridge on the other side. And you can see all the houses and the area of Scarborough that I was just at. Let's do a full loop around this park. So it looks like Point Judith is called the Cape Hatteras of New England. Cape Hatteras is in North Carolina. I'm not sure why they think that this is a Cape Hatteras of New England. However, you can see on the map where right here, this area, it does jut out like a peninsula. And yeah, I'm gonna take us to the other side over here and see what kind of views we can see looking west, because Long Island, that area would be where that faces. So guys, I just went to the Point Judith Fisherman's Memorial. It's further down the coast from the Lighthouse. Again, I've never been here before and I am shocked. It is beautiful. Let's go check out some of these places. Right here, I'm in front of the memorial itself. This is a memorial to all the fishermen that were lost out at sea over here by Point Judith, the Atlantic. There it is right here. Let's go check out what's on top of this hill. They have a beautiful wooden staircase. Alright, so they got a few different stone benches over here that you can sit at. There's the lighthouse right there that we were just at. And that's the access to the shoreline. Look at this view. Breathtaking. Absolutely breathtaking. That actually is either Block Island or Long Island, and that way, facing directly south. Alright guys, so behind me is a long rocky pier. I think you know what I want to do, so I'm gonna go do it. Okay guys, it's starting to get so rocky out here that it is impractical and probably impossible to continue right now because the tide is rising. But that would be what's remaining. There's a bunch of birds back there. Very jagged rocks and it's getting wet. I've pretty much made it all the way to the end I can humanly possibly go. Probably further, to be honest. Maybe one day without a camera I can come back and do it, but it's just a little difficult. I don't want to lose all the footage I already filmed by risking it. So what I think I'm gonna do now is head back to the parking lot and call this video a day. We get a lot of footage, a lot of good sights to see. I hope that you guys enjoyed what you did see. And if you ever want to come down to Narragansett, check out Black Point Trailhead, Scarborough Beach, and of course the lovely Point Judith Lighthouse, which is behind me. Please do so. Support the state, support the channel, like and subscribe. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next hike.